Greetings, people. This is 480 volts. So, in every video game franchise, boy, I've been saying that a lot lately, you have your best games, you have your worst game, you have your black sheep games. Somewhere in the middle of all of this, there is this black hole sort of vortex that leads to a separate dimension that is completely devoid of all opinion and like or dislike. And in this dimension are these games that just sort of exist. People don't necessarily like them, people don't necessarily dislike them. They're just sort of there. When it comes to the Mega Man franchise, the game that comes to my mind is Mega Man 5. I've seen some reviews and Let's Plays of this game and heard the opinions of others, and it's ranged from it's just sort of there to it's a good game. And some have said it's alright, but it's not my favorite. The most common thing I hear about it is it's just sort of there. And a few years ago, I Let's Played the game on my channel, and I discovered I really like the game. No. Maybe I'm not making myself clear. I really like the game. Dare I say, I like Mega Man 5 more than Mega Man 2? I'm dodging the rocks and tomatoes and other projectiles that are being thrown at me by die-hard Mega Man 2 fans who live and breathe and die by Mega Man 2. Sorry for having my own opinion, but I kind of like Mega Man 5 better than Mega Man 2. Everyone's entitled to his own opinion. Opinions are like armpits. Everybody's got a couple of them, and most of them stink. But you know what? Let's go ahead and just dive into this game, Mega Man 5, and let's see how it holds out. And let's see if it really deserves to be in this separate dimension where games of no opinion just sort of exist.
As per my tradition of speeding through the uneventful history of the development of most Mega Man games, Mega Man 5 was released for the NES in Japan and North America in the year 1992 and in 1993 for Europe. The only thing to note is that the Super Nintendo was in fact a thing at this time, so why Capcom chose not to jump on that is beyond me. The story this time is that 8 robot masters have gone berserk and started to terrorize the world, as per usual, but this time their leader kidnaps Mega Man's creator, Dr. Light, but leaves behind a scarf which Mega Man recognizes as belonging to his big brother Proto Man. Now, believing that his bro is the bad guy, Mega Man sets off to save the day once again. After plowing through the robot masters and making his way through Proto Man's castle, Mega Man stands before his big bro, whose whistle doesn't sound quite right. Proto Man severely damages Mega Man, but before he can finish him off, the more familiar sounding Proto Whistle is heard. A second Proto Man appears, wearing the scarf, fires a devastating shot at the first Proto Man, heals Mega Man, and dips on out of there. The first Proto Man is then revealed to be a powerful robot called Dark Man. Mega Man trashes Dark Man, and then a voice belonging to Dark Man's creator tells Mega Man that he has been framing Proto Man for his crimes and is holding Dr. Light in his lab. He is revealed, of course, to be Dr. Wily and dares Mega Man to come after him, which of course Mega Man does, and goes through a second castle, fights more robots, defeats the 8 robot masters a second time, and faces off against Dr. Wily. Upon being defeated, Dr. Wily again begs for mercy and the castle again begins to crumble. But before it can crush them all, Mega Man catches the ceiling and holds it up? Now wait just a minute. Mega Man 3. A block falls on top of Mega Man and almost crushes him. Mega Man 5. The upper structure of an entire castle falls on Mega Man, yet he is able to hold it up? Sure, whatever. Anyway, Dr. Wily uses this distraction as an opportunity to make his getaway. Proto Man's whistle is heard once more, and he takes the load off of Mega Man's hands, allowing his dad and little bro to escape to safety. As the castle crumbles, Dr. Wily's ship is seen in the distance, and the game ends. Now let's talk about the gameplay. I shouldn't have to even bother telling you this, but if you've played a Mega Man game before, you know what to expect. As always, the 8 robot masters mark the end of their individual stages, which are played in any order that you, the player, see fit. Defeating a robot master allows Mega Man to use its particular weapon, which is a weakness for one of the other robot masters. However, Mega Man's Mega Buster has been upgraded, giving the charged up shot a larger blast radius and a power increase. According to the story, this was done by Dr. Cossack in an attempt to repay Mega Man after his actions in the previous game. The upgraded Charge Shot, which will be with us for the rest of the games that feature a chargeable Mega Buster, provides about as much damage to a Robot Master as its weakness would. So if you'd rather face all the Robot Masters without their weakness, feel free to do so. In fact, certain robots like Charge Man, Star Man, and Gravity Man I find are much easier to defeat with the Mega Buster. Mega Man's trusty Slide has returned as well. Eddie returns from the previous game and works just like he did there, and Rush returns as well. The Rush Jet works just like it did in Mega Man 4, however the Rush Coil has been tweaked. Instead of a spring on Rush's back, off of which Mega Man can bounce, Rush now sports a spring on his feet. When you jump on Rush, Rush himself bounces in the air and you are able to jump off of Rush while he is in the air, giving you a double jump. As for the Rush Marine, it has been removed entirely and has yet to return in the classic series to date. However, I don't consider this a great loss. Scattered throughout the Robot Master stages are 8 plates, each one with a letter. Together they spell Mega Man V. Most of them are in plain sight. The only one you have to actually go out of your way to look for is in Stone Man stage. Most of them are, however, in hard places to reach. They are of course completely optional, but collecting all of them rewards you with Beat, a small robotic bird who wears the same helmet as Mega Man. Beat was apparently created by Dr. Cossack. When you select Beat from the weapons menu, he follows you and attacks any enemies on screen, including bosses. He uses up ammo like a normal weapon, but is highly abusive, especially during the final boss. Speaking of abusive, in Crystal Man stage you can find this tank with the letter M on it. Using it restores all of your health, plus all of your special weapons ammo. Beat and Rush included. Save this bad boy for the final boss. As was the case with Mega Man 4, the Wily Castle is stacked on top of the Proto Castle with no breaks in between and your ammo remaining at the levels you left it. Both castles are, I would say, at equal difficulty level, though that's not saying too much for this game. This game's difficulty is quite a bit lower than previous games in the series. The graphics are what you'd expect from the previous games. The music was composed by Mari Yamaguchi. Overall, the soundtrack is pretty good. It's nowhere near as special as Mega Man 2 or even 3, but it's got its charm. I especially love Starman's music, the Proto Castle stages, the received new weapon screen music, and I absolutely adore Charge Man's music. This track is one of my all-time favorite tracks in the entire classic series, second only to Magnet Man's theme. And some days I like it better than Magnet Man. Regardless of whether or not you like the composition of the music, you must certainly agree that the quality has improved. This was one of the later games to be released on the NES and it shows. You will occasionally hear a thumping bass sound in the music, obviously mimicking a kick drum. If anything, it makes the music sound more techno than rock, but okay. So, most people don't have much of an opinion on this game, and I suppose I can understand why. I mean, it really is just another Mega Man game. But there's something about it that I really like. And I know most of you will assume that it's because I suck at Mega Man games, and I just like this one because it's easier. While I'm not necessarily saying that you're wrong, I will say that I enjoy some of the stages in this game for their particular gimmicks. Like Starman's stage, which has low gravity giving you Mega Man's awesome underwater physics in space, or Gravity Man stages in which you constantly swap gravity polarities, sometimes playing upside down like you do in Death Egg Zone Act 2 from Sonic & Knuckles. Or the final Proto stage in which you have to reach the top by destroying the support pillars of the stage, slowly bringing the entire structure down to your level. These are creative ideas that I would like to see more of in future Mega Man games. Overall, Mega Man 5 is a game that I can just pick up and play at any time and enjoy.
Well, that was Mega Man 5, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video. I know I enjoyed the game. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please do remember to click the like button, the subscribe button, write your comments and all that stuff. Tell me how stupid you think I am because I don't hail Mega Man 2 as the highest game in the series, and I actually hold this one just a little bit higher. And if I can blow your minds just one more time, Mega Man 5's not my favorite game, and I don't even think it's my second favorite game, which means there are 2 other games besides Mega Man 5 that I also hold higher than Mega Man 2. I don't know what to tell you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. When it comes to the Mega Man... Get down. Attempted sabotage at my video. This little monster right here. She's trying to knock over my camera. Say hi, Midnight. Get out of here.